Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over my 2022 World Cup predictions, um, giving some reasons, and I'm gonna give my picks just for the tournament. I'm super excited for this World Cup, even if it is in um, Qatar. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at MudbloodCow. We're gonna start in Group A, obviously. No, we're gonna start in Group D. Anyways, so Group A, you got Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. The clear favorite here is obviously the Netherlands. Phil, let me select them. Senegal and Ecuador, I think, are pretty equal, and I believe Qatar is gonna finish bottom. Even if Qatar, I think they're gonna do. This will be a good tournament um, for the Qatar soccer national team. But they just don't have the talent to keep up with the level of pot two and three teams that are Ecuador and Senegal, or I guess three and four. Pot three. Oh, that's stacked for pot three and four. I'm not gonna lie. Um, that are Ecuador and Senegal. Maybe if they'd gotten Australia and Tunisia in their group, I wouldn't mind picking them to get out. But they've got three really tough games against three really solid teams. So I just don't think it's going to happen for them. So it comes down to Senegal and Ecuador. It's going to really, I think whoever wins that game between them in the group stage goes through. I'm going to go ahead and go with Ecuador just because of the uncertainty surrounding Senegal with Sadio Mane at the moment. Um, Kudia, Kudio, I can't say his name. Calabali went down earlier today as I'm recording this against Newcastle. I think he's probably fine, but I'm just going to go Ecuador in second. So the Netherlands and Ecuador going through in that order. Qatar finishes bottom. Senegal definitely has the talent to be a top 16 team, but I don't know. Group B: England, Iran, the United States, and Wales. This is a very interesting group considering I'm pretty sure all these countries kind of hate each other except for the United States. So basically, Wales. Wales hates England. England hates Wales. Wales does not care about the United States or Iran. Other than that, um, all these countries hate each other. Um, so we've got England. I think are clearly the best team, although I do think they're going to struggle. I would be shocked, to be honest, if their opening game against Iran isn't a nil-nil tie, which would be massive for Iran. Um, not really as helpful for the United States and Wales. I think England's going to get out either way. I don't know what place they'd be in. Um, I'm going to go ahead and put them first just because I can't see them losing to Wales or the United States, really. I think they'll win and tie, at least one of those games. Whereas the United States, I think, might honestly lose to Iran or Wales and get a win. And so I don't know. I'm going to put Iran in second. I think they're going to have a really solid tournament with decent. The United States in third. As much as I really want to believe in this United States team, I don't have a lot of belief right now. The September friendly window really got me on hype. This team is without a doubt talented enough to make at least to the round of 16 run. I'd be shocked if they got to the quarterfinals, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if they made it to the round of 16 and went out to the Netherlands. But for the sake of this prediction, I'm going to go with England and Iran. Going through now into Group C: Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. I think Argentina, clear favorite. Not a lot to be said there. They're the favorite for the whole tournament, I believe. Maybe they might not be. It might be Brazil, but they're second. A lot of people have them winning. I think they're better than easily the rest of these three teams. Um, I think it comes down to Mexico, and Poland for that second spot, and it's really just going to be whoever wins that game, because they're not going to beat. Um, sorry, they're not going to beat Argentina like either of these teams. Poland pretty talented. It's going to look like the same Poland team we've seen in past years. Mexico, no Tegatito's big, and the team's really been struggling under Tata Martinez. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and say Mexico. Poland's got some talent, especially up front, and Robert Lewandowski. But I'm going to say Mexico. Poland finishes third. Saudi Arabia might honestly be the worst team in this tournament. Their counterparts in Group D are definitely up there. Anyways, on to Group D now. We've got France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. I'm going to go ahead and do this one's one of the easier ones. I'm going to do Denmark first, France second. I know the World Cup curse thing is real, but Australia and Tunisia are not good. Although I do definitely think Tunisia is better than Australia. Australia also might be one of the worst teams in this entire tournament. They're dreadful, really. I think Peru should be here. Peru's a better team. Obviously, they lost their playoff, but anyways, yeah, I don't like to bet on former World Cup teams making it out, but France's opposition is so dreadful. I'm really high on Denmark. They've got a really strong team, and I think they can definitely make a run. They're in fantastic form recently. Now, Group E: Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. This one's fun for me because I'm going to Costa Rica soon. Um, Japan, really solid team, but Spain and Germany are the clear favorites. My prediction would be Germany and Japan going through. Spain crashing out in the group stage. I just don't think they have the attacking talent really. Um, I think Japan's going to spring a surprise on them, and they're going to probably grind out a draw against Germany. They're going to end up with 4 points. Japan's going to end up with 4 points, and Japan will go through on goal differential. Is or head to head, I don't know, but I really think Japan will spring a surprise on them. Now Group F. The Is it the group of death? I think there's a case. I think it's definitely one of the more interesting. These last three groups, I think, are the toughest. And Group B, I think Group B is really tough, but not in the same way that these last three are. So Group F, we got Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. Belgium making the semifinals in 2018. Croatia making the World Cup final in 2018, whereas Canada wasn't there. Morocco might not have been there. I don't remember. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, I think this one could go any way. I'm gonna go with Costa Rica or not Croatia and Morocco going through. Belgium struggling, and their last chance really for this golden generation that's really dying out at this point. They'll crash out in the group stage and they will be quite disappointed. But I have Croatia and Morocco going through. Canada finishing fourth. I think Canada's really, really going to struggle. I think they have a solid team, but um, I don't think they're as good as people think they are, even if they did decent in qualifying in the octo, but the octagonal. Group G, the Ocho, sorry. Group G: Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. I've got Brazil and Serbia going through. Cameroon finishing third. This one's pretty simple. Um, but honestly, any of these teams could go through in three. But I do definitely think Serbia is going to be able to make a big run in this tournament. Group H. Now this one's really, really fun. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea. I think it really comes down between Portugal, Ghana, and Uruguay. I think Korea's going to struggle without Heung-min Son if he doesn't play. If he does play, they definitely have a shot. But I really think Ghana is better than a lot of people think they are. I think Uruguay is better than a lot of people think they are. And I actually think Portugal is worse than a lot of people think they are. So I'm going to have Uruguay and Ghana going through, Portugal in third. I think Ronaldo's going to struggle in his last World Cup, probably. And it's not going to look good for him, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, now the round of 16, we've got Netherlands, Iran, Argentina, France. A lot of these really, really fun matchups. Argentina, France is definitely the must watch one. The rest of these, more or less, they're fun. They're fun games here. But Argentina, France, you can't miss that. We'll start. We'll just go in order. Netherlands and Iran. This is probably 3-0 Netherlands. I think they can really break down Iran in a way that a lot of teams Iran played in the group stage wouldn't have been able to. Argentina and France. This one's going to be really, really fun if it does happen. I'm going to go with Argentina. I think Argentina is just a better team. Mostly, definitely not defensively, but I think sort of more attacking talent. It's hard to say that when you're going up against Kareem Benzema, Kylian Mbappe, and Antoine Griezmann. But I think Argentina will be able to get the win. England and Ecuador. I've got England, even though they did struggle a bit in the group stage. I've got them going ahead of Ecuador. Denmark and Mexico. I'm going to go with Denmark. Mexico's going to lose in the round of 16 for like the 10th straight tournament or something crazy like that. Um, Germany and Morocco. I'm going to go Morocco in an upset. I think Hakimi is going to have a big game here. Brazil beats Ghana. I love Ghana. They're not beating Brazil. Croatia and Japan. I'm going to go with Japan. I think Modric is going to crash out. It's going to be a rough one for him. And I've got Uruguay above Serbia. Uruguay, if they can get out of the group, especially if they can win it, they have a very, very easy path. Um, so the semifinals, I wouldn't be surprised though if you look up and see Uruguay in the semifinals. Netherlands and Argentina. This one's going to be an absolutely amazing game. I've got the Netherlands. I think Messi loses here. I think actually wait no I forget. Yeah, Argentina going through. Netherlands don't have the attacking talent to keep up. They're a fantastic team. They probably deserve the semifinals to be honest, but they really just cannot compete attacking wise. Morocco and Brazil. There's no question about it. England and Denmark. I'm going to go Denmark upsetting England here, and Japan and Uruguay. Props to Japan for making here. Honestly, props to Uruguay for making here. I'm going to go with Uruguay. I think they can just break down better. So the semifinals, we got Argentina, Brazil, and Denmark and Uruguay. Argentina, Brazil. I'm gonna go with Brazil. I think Neymar just plays his ass off. I think Messi will too. Everyone's gonna play their ass off. It's a World Cup. But I think Neymar's gonna have the game of his life. Denmark, Uruguay. I'm gonna go with Uruguay, and then we have a matchup of Brazil and Uruguay in the final, which would be very, very interesting. Um, you know, like Uruguay really isn't good enough to be here, but if you look at the teams they played, they're not amazing teams. Like you beat Serbia, you beat Japan, you beat Denmark. Whereas Brazil, maybe not they're great either. They beat Ghana, they beat Morocco, they beat Argentina. Argentina's without doubt the best team there, just the same way Denmark is. But for me, it's Brazil. I don't I don't see a world where Uruguay beats Brazil. There's only two or three teams that I think in this whole tournament that could beat Brazil, and that's Argentina, the Netherlands, and France. I think that's it. I don't think anyone else can compete with Brazil. And even then, all three of those teams I think would lose, as you can see here. But that's going to be it for my 2022 World Cup preview. Hopefully, these age well. Probably won't. Um, See you guys next time. Bye. Peace.